Okay, here we are in part 7 of winning through excellence in sales. And now we're going to talk about fulfillment. You've just closed the deal. You negotiated it successfully. Hooray! Now you got to execute. So I call that fulfillment of a commitment that you made to this customer. And if you want to see more, though, about winning through excellence in sales, go to the Hunter YouTube page and subscribe. There are many other playlists here besides this one on winning through excellence in sales, on management, on leadership, starting a company, financing a company at almost any stage, all about marketing, really long playlist on marketing. I think they'll all help you. It's really organized well into these some 40 odd playlists that really are organized by business discipline. I'm sure you'll find ones that will help you. So back to the story at hand here, and that is fulfillment. So let's get started. The whole premise of this sales call that you made that resulted in a contract signed and a negotiation that preceded it is that you, at the very onset of the sales calls, are establishing a relationship with your customer, a working relationship. That means that you're getting to know one another. You're building trust in one another. I'm not going to go repeat all of what I said in previous videos where I laid this out ad nauseum, that this relationship is really important. It is what makes this whole darn process work. You got a relationship with somebody that you could work with and who likes working with you. That's what you want it to be. You're going to simply continue this relationship. Yeah, you made the sale, but you're not done. You got to deliver. And you're going to make sure that that happens. And your customer is going to look at you as the person making it happen, even though there's an army of people behind you actually doing a lot of work in order to make it happen. But you're going to be out there in front representing all of what they do to your sales principal, who's the one who signed the contract that caused all of this to happen in the first place. So in your contract, you laid out a timeline. Remember that? Timeline that described when you're going to deliver things and what is going to be the content of each of these deliveries. So there are checkpoints along the way. And you're going to use them as a basis for your getting back to your customer and talking to them and finding out what the status of things are and how they're feeling about the project and that kind of thing. And you want to time these meetings with your customer prior to the actual delivery of certain things along the timeline. So it gives you, 3 or 4 weeks in advance notice if something is going wrong or they're not happy about something. You want to know about it before you reach what you think is a timeline achievement, an objective you were supposed to meet for your customer, that you have time to resolve any issues. And whatever the issues are or concerns are, you've got a few weeks to resolve them. You want resolution to issues. You want rapid resolution to issues. In fact, you want to have a pipeline of information coming back from your own team if there are problems. Particularly problems that are going to arouse the attention of a principal customer. You don't want telephone calls from your customer out of the blue complaining about something you don't know anything about. That's terribly embarrassing. And then you go, if that happens, you go back and talk to the project manager. You say, never, ever let that happen again. Because your relationship with your customer, it's got to look like you're on top of the ball here. You're carrying the ball. You're the captain of the team, and you're building a trusting relationship, and he might think this is not a trustworthy thing, that you don't know this. You don't know this issue that he or she is having. So you're going to resolve issues, and you're going to resolve them in time so you can meet your checkpoint goals along this timeline. So there's some regularity with which you meet with your principal counterpart. This regularity is important, that you're together with that person. It doesn't have to be all day. It's going to be an hour or two. Every week or two. So we're not talking about some really big time consuming thing, but by golly, it's important for you to build the trust in this relationship that you have with this person, particularly if it's someone you don't yet know, if it's your first time through with them. If this is your second through eighth time through this process with them, they already know you. But that regularity doesn't go away. They're expecting it. Because you know them is not an excuse for not communicating. Don't fall into that trap, please. So some regularity, and you want to be known that you're very responsive. Responsiveness counts. You're on top of things. You get back to them in a timely way. If there's an issue, things get done. You're making things happen, and they're seeing it, and they're appreciative of it. That's what you want to have happen. After all said and done, they come away with as very satisfied customers with what it is you're doing and what you're delivering. In Google lingo, you get 5 stars. Better yet, you and your entire team get 5 stars for delivering on schedule exactly what you committed to, and the experience that they've had with you is extraordinary. Extraordinary. Don't be a me too kind of provider of products and services that, it's casual. It's going to be noteworthy. They're going to talk about this relationship they've had with you to others. Getting referrals from your customers, not a bad thing, is it? So go for that. So in all of this, you are driving for very supportive customer relationships, and that you're on top of things. They respect you. There's mutual respect, mutual trust, and you're making this all happen because of your leadership, because of this relationship you have with the customer. And as you have these supportive relationship, you have a really good day too.